several police officers in Miami-Dade have been fired after it was discovered that they were ignoring emergency calls to do personal things like canoodling. In fact, in the next video, police officers were called to a robbery situation, but here's what they did instead.
All units of 29 just occurred with a gun, cash taken. Subject's a black male wearing a black hoodie, blue jeans. He fled on foot.
But there was someone closer, but he had his hands full. Instead of answering the repeated calls, Officer Dario Socarras was canoodling with a young woman behind the Dayline Mall. As he continues to cuddle and kiss his girlfriend, his fellow officers were slogging their way to the call.
Is there anybody on the scene?
We're coming from a distance. We're not arrival yet.
So basically, that police officer was closer to the scene of the crime, but he was canoodling and said he was unavailable. And cops that were like on the other side of town had to haul ass just to go and deal with that situation.
And to be fair to him, he was unavailable. That girl was kind of hot.
Okay, so the officer's name is Dario Socarras, and he's a bad boy. Okay.
Oh boy. Does that mean you like him?
I have to say, he's a good-looking police officer.
See, I knew it.
So I was like, let him go. I had a little bit of a Cenk reaction to the story.
Oh, okay, great. Now that's a Cenk
but of course, I'm kidding. You should not do that when you're on duty. You should definitely react to the emergency calls.
Right, unless you're canoodling with Anna, in which case, 50-50.
All right, now there was another situation where there was an infant who was unconscious, and here's what happened.
IA spent months following the officers assigned to this section of Kendall, secretly videotaping and logging their activities, even using tracking devices on the officers' cars to catalog their movements. And then there's this video, according to the reports, which shows Socarras and two other members of the squad drinking Cuban coffee at an outdoor restaurant when a call comes in of an infant having a medical emergency.
Yeah, come on, man. Like, that all of a sudden the story's not funny. I mean, look, armed robbery, etc. The cops are supposed to do their job. Of course, everybody knows that, right? What kind of sick guy are you that if you got a 5-month-old that might die and you're sitting there drinking coffee?
I know.
I mean, like, no, that went from like, hey, you're playing hooky on the job. I've defended cops before having sex on top of their cop cars, etc.
Which was wrong.
Yeah, but this case, you're on duty and somebody needs your help immediately. If you don't do that, well, not only are you not doing your job, and obviously you should be fired, right? But you're also a bad dude. It's
a rare moment where Cenk will make the story serious while I'm making fun of it. But I all kidding aside, I of course agree with you, Cenk. And by the way, armed robbery is no joke either. It's very violent in nature. Someone is pointing a gun at you and taking money from you. So you should respond immediately. So I'm happy that he got fired. But what's amazing is that it went on for a while, and the reason why it went on for a while is because of this.
Although he tells the dispatcher he's en route, Socarras sits there drinking his coffee. Paramedics will ultimately tend to the baby boy, who will be fine. And while he never moves, Socarras will reportedly write in his report that he went to the scene. Wasn't Socarras worried his supervisors might find out what he was doing? Apparently not, because this is his supervisor, Sergeant Jennifer Gonzalez.
No, it's the supervisor's problem. Because, look, you can't have all these people goofing off like this and not have it be authorized, right? Not all the way to the top, and obviously Internal Affairs did the investigation, and credit to them, and they caught the guys. But this kind of permissive attitude where a lot of people are doing it, that means it's not just a bad apple, it's the person at the top saying, have at it, Hoss. And so 2 of them have already been fired, 3 suspended, but everybody involved in this should immediately be fired. We often have questions as to which way to go. We don't need to convene the TYT Supreme Court on this. Immediate dismissal of all these people that we know are involved.
Absolutely.